What drink to order at a biker pub? Watch this video. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So you go to a biker pub, a biker bar, and you think, right, I want to order a drink. Best I go for my Tia Maria and Lucasade, my favourite drink. And if you know the reference there, put it in the comments below. But you feel a little bit scared because every other biker in there is drinking cider, real ale, beer, or whatever it is. Whiskey, Jack Daniels, of course. Nobody's drinking Tia Maria and Lucasade. Nobody's drinking a lovely Chardonnay or anything like that, because that's what I want to drink, or a nice glass of Pinot Noir, whatever it is. But no. So you kind of feel that you have to drink what everybody else is drinking, right? Now, I came across this a few years ago and actually read lots of stories of other people having this kind of issue, in that they went into a biker place, regardless of what type of biker place it was, a biker place, and they were kind of influenced into drinking what everybody else was drinking, or they were too afraid to order what they really wanted to drink. Now, I'm talking predominantly here about male bikers. And I'm not talking about women here in this situation, although I'm sure women may have certain reservations as well. But I'm talking about men going into biker pubs and ordering their favourite tipple, but at the last hurdle they think, yeah, probably best not to, because the big greasy biker next to me is glaring at me, just waiting to pounce and beat my head in as soon as I order something that he doesn't like or he doesn't want. Now, I'm sure there are certain parts in the world where this might be a thing, right? All I can say is that in all my years, in the different countries that I've been to and where I've ridden and all the places that I've been to, I have never seen this. I've never been anywhere where this has been an issue. I've had people remark, "Oh, you're drinking that, are you? Or you don't like beer?" And maybe it's the personality I am, but I kind of stand my ground anyway, and I'll just say, well, no, I don't like that. I'm not going to drink it if I don't like it. I just don't fancy that now. I just fancy this. So, for me, it's always been, well, whatever I want to drink, I'll order it. If they got it, great. If they don't, they don't. And if people want to make a remark about that, or if they want to take the piss out of me, make fun of me for it, I can take a joke. I can take the banter. I got no problem with that. I'm not going to start getting on my high horse just because I'm drinking a glass of wine and you're drinking beer and you're taking the piss out of me. No, I mean, it is what it is. But I've never had an issue where anybody, or I've never even heard of anybody else having a real issue, and I'm talking about a real issue here, where they feel threatened or where they feel they're intimidated anyway by somebody else thinking that you should be drinking what they're drinking. So it's very interesting when I've sort of read stories or I've heard of stories where people have had this situation. I'm thinking, well, why? Why would there be such a thing here? Why is there a problem? Is it only acceptable to drink what other people are drinking? And I had this conversation many years ago with somebody, and he was telling me about, going into different biker places and things like that, and saying, I got to go there. I got to drink my, whatever it is, real ale, drink my beer, or whatever it is. And I said, oh, you're a real ale drinker? And he goes, no, I don't like it at all. I said, what are you drinking it for then? He said, well, everybody else is drinking it, so I've got to drink it as well. I said, but that doesn't make sense. What are you doing that for? Just drink whatever you want to drink, or don't drink anything. If you want to go in there, have a soft drink, a Coke, whatever, then now here in the UK, it might be a slightly different thing as well, but drink driving laws came a massive thing many years ago. So lots of people now don't even drink and drive, or they don't ride and drink and ride anymore. So, they have a Coke or whatever, or they have a shandy, half lemonade, half beer or something like that. And maybe just the one, maybe they might have one beer, but that's about it. They won't have obviously, you got the non-alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic beers that you can have. So people will drink those as well if they're riding and whatever. But many people would just go for the non-alcoholic or the soft drinks anyway. Because you're right. I mean, nobody's going to say anything anymore. Nobody's going to force alcohol down your throat here in the UK, at least. And I dare say anywhere else in the world either. I'd be very surprised if that kind of thing happens. Now, I suppose I'm talking about public areas, public biker bars, public. If it's a closed environment, closed event, then maybe there's a bit more static, or you might get, I don't know. I mean, you tell me. But in terms of public area, no, I can't see it. I've never known a situation where this could even be a problem. You know, I've had people look at me, I've had people take the piss a little bit, but in terms of anybody say, no, you shouldn't be drinking that, I'd be like, well, jog on, mate. I'll drink whatever I want to drink. Now, I have gone into a few bars in the pub, biker bars, over the years this is, and ordered a Tia Marie and Lucozade just to see if anybody would pick up on it. And only once did somebody pick up on it. And we had a good old conversation about what I was referencing, because he was a fan too. And again, if you know what the reference is, put it in the comments below. But apart from that, that's it. That's it. You know, I've gone in asking for glasses of wine. I've asked for all sorts of different drinks. I've asked for fruit juices, anything like that. Nobody bats an eyelid. And why should they? It's none of their business what I'm drinking. I'm not being offensive just because I'm not drinking what they're drinking. I'm just going in and ordering a drink. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced this? Have you ever heard of stories where this has been a thing? I say I have historically heard of stories. I've never experienced any kind of real intimidation. I've experienced piss taking, of course, you know, people making fun of me, and a bit of banter, but that's about it. Nothing ever more than that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, keep on watching the videos. Don't forget you go to the website, the new look website, RevelatorAlf.com/books for all the motorcycle books that I sell. And with that, catch you again, another video coming very soon. Right, where's that Tia Marie and Lucozade? Catch you again. Bye now.